Big Boy's Neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood once again, Bryson Tiller. Welcome back to the neighborhood. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man.
How you been holding up?
I've been great, man. Just been in the studio a lot, recording, taking care of my daughters, and just living life, gaming.
Yeah, man. Gaming. Hey, man, and it looked like you're in a gaming chair right now, bro.
It's a studio chair, but it can work as a game.
Yeah, hey, man. So, how have you been holding up with this whole pandemic thing, man? And if not just holding up, what have you learned?
What have I learned from the? Honestly, man, this is probably one of the best times for somebody like me. I get to do a video interview with somebody like you without actually being there. I get to make as much music. I get to make as much music as I want without having to go on tour. Like,
right.
I'm loving it. A lot of artists are upset, because they can't tour and stuff, for obvious reasons. But for me, I'm just looking at it like, man, I'm just excited to just keep creating music. Because I remember when I dropped my first album, the thing that happened was yours. When I dropped my first album, I had to go on tour right away, and I was busy for like 2 years, so I never got a chance to like take advantage of those moments and record new music, and it was crazy. So I'm loving it.
Hey, man, I don't know why I thought that would be somewhat like your answer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you got to think, bro. Like, I don't take Bryson Tiller as someone that runs out and say, every picture, I'm taking a picture of my food, I got to put it on the ground. Everything, right. You've always been like real low key to me, introvert, like doing what was necessary, but not doing what was excessive. You know what I'm saying? So you've had a chance, when we all got a chance to kind of like sit down, it put the world on sit down, and it made you also get creative. Is it different bringing out an album like Anniversary during a pandemic?
Yeah, it absolutely is, man. Like I said, for all those reasons I just named, but it's just the best time for me, man, to just keep going, man. I'm in here working on my deluxe right now for Anniversary. I got another album that I'm releasing this winter as well. And then next year I gotta, I don't know how long this COVID-19 is gonna last, but man, however long it wants to last, you know what I mean? I'm in the studio working.
It's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you miss kind of being out on tour? It's a different. Yeah.
I do actually. I mean, I man, there's so much has changed within 5 years, man. When I first came out, like I said, I had to go get right on the stage, and I didn't know a damn thing about performing. I was nervous all the time. I had these rehearsed scripts that I was saying every time on stage, and I would try to what I was saying because I didn't know it. I said the same thing every stage, and with social media, I feel like people was recording me. And they was like, yo, didn't you say this at the last show? So it was like, I couldn't get away with that no more. So I was like, dang, I got to connect with the fans. So I don't know. I just feel like I've grown so much more, and I just want to be able to show that growth to my fans. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit more like, okay, I'm me. When they used to come to my shows and be like, oh my God, that's Bryson Tiller on stage. I didn't really see it like that. I was like, dang, they really think all these great things of me. That's crazy. So I'm excited to think those great things about me too. And
hey man, from a person that also, not as visual, you know what I'm saying, lighting a certain way on stage, like, have you accepted like the love and the things that people want to see from you, or are you still okay? Yeah,
that's what this album is, man. It's me saying, all right, you know what, you guys liked when I was doing me, when I was just doing what I do, you know what I mean? Just trusting myself, that's right. The main thing. So I'm gonna do just that, no matter who likes it or hates it. I'm gonna go in the studio, I'm gonna make something that I think is dope. And if 1,000 people hate it, that's okay, because I know 10,000 people might love it,
Hey man, what's that growth from Trap Soul to Anniversary? Because you live in life every day, and I know it's got to be new experiences as well.
Absolutely. My perspective has changed a lot, drastically, actually. You know what I mean? I think some of it has to do with my grandmother's passing, but a lot of it also has to come, just doing a lot of self-reflecting, you know what I mean, and just looking back at things. And Neil has this this wall with all the the Trap Soul accolades, and sometimes I just walk past and I just stare at it, and I'm just like, dang, man, everybody. I remember playing these songs with people, and like I said, nobody was messing with them. You know what I mean? I was like, it's crazy to see that me believing in myself brought me all these accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep doing that from here on out.
Hey Bryson, is it a difference between when you have a catalog and it's successful and there's an expectation, does that add any pressure when you go in to do something like anniversary?
It did before, and that's why it was a lot of pressure on me at first. And that's why I was too in my head, and I think that's why I ended up in the situation I ended up in. You know, doubting myself, thinking about how everybody's like, no, make this type of, no, do this, and if it's not this, which is not really fair to any artist or any creator.
Right.
You know what I mean, anybody who creates anything, a director, you know, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. You
man.
might do one of your biggest interviews, and then somebody's like, oh man, Big Boy, he fell off, man.
Yeah.
He ain't what he used to be. You know
Hey
what I'm saying?
man, we could be the hardest and the softest at the same time. And
Yeah.
not by the definition, like, oh, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? But I remember, man, like when I say with artists, it used to be like, oh man, you know, I want 5 mics in the source, or Billboard wrote an article. Now everybody has a device and everybody's a critic. And the first thing that people want to do, like there's people that probably haven't heard like let's just say anniversary and already say, oh, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like the cancel culture or the negativity is so strong out there with a person like Bryson Tiller. Do you look at any of that? Does that affect like your mood?
That's the whole point, man. That's none of that shit even matters.
Yeah.
None of that shit- Hey yo, none of that shit even matters, man. Because it's like they said all that shit about me when I made Trap Soul, my first album. That's
Right.
successful. So it's like they said all of that shit about me only 4 or 5 years later for it to still be exactly what I thought it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what does it really matter what anybody says? Back then, it used to eat me alive. You know what I mean? Ate me alive, and I started doubting myself every day because of it. You know what I mean? I was just like, dang, I thought I was dope. You know what I mean? And I guess not. You know, but I don't feel that way no more. Of course.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
And you got to go through that, man. And it's all emotional tuitions into the school of experience, learning certain things, you know. So when you go to do anniversary and we see the body of music that you put together now, is there something in you now where you say, you know what, man, this is it? And not when people say, oh, it's my greatest music and it's my greatest album, but did you feel like that was either therapeutic or you knew like this is the one to press play on?
Absolutely, man. I was actually working on my first album. I mean, not my first album, sorry. I was working on another album called Serenity. I started working on it after, because I was really just taking a step back. I went on the second album tour and I was just looking at what was going on. It was a lot of bad shit going on. And then I was just thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I need a peace of mind. I need to get back to having a peace of mind in the studio and just creating freely. And I was trying to work on that album for 3 years, man. That's why I've been gone for about 3 years now. But every time I got in the studio, I just wasn't really feeling it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hate hearing my voice. I'm just like, why do I hate everything? I will literally pray to God sometimes, like, yo, God, why do I hate this? You know what I mean? What is it? What is it exactly? What's this? I need to get over this hump. And started talking to this lady, Tosh. She's very intuitive. And, she was just telling me, Bryson, you know what? Maybe just take a break from that album and start on something new. And I was just like, okay, you're right. Because how am I gonna make an album called Serenity? Oh, my bad. The album was called Serenity. If I don't got a peace of mind. So I was like, all right, let me stop for a second, work on something new. And I started working on this album.
Can I ask you why not put it out anyway? And I think why not? Why not?
It's coming. It's coming out. It's coming next.
But I'm talking about even at that time.
Oh, at that time, because I had already failed. So I was too. I heard somebody say, you should always try to fail on your own gut rather than somebody else's. I heard somebody say something like that. I probably butchered it.
But I get it.
But yeah, you get the point. I was afraid to fail on my gut. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. I was just nervous to push. I didn't want to fail again. We all fear failure. Yeah. And I was like, man. But honestly, that's when you fail, when you fear it. So I was just like, now I don't fear failure at all. Like, this album could flop. I don't give a damn. I'm working on my next shit. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, man. Now, we're in a point now where we look at albums and it's like, oh, who's on the album? Who's on the album? And with Anniversary, is Drake the only collaboration that you have? And if so, why?
He's the only collaboration on this album. And the reason why is because he was originally supposed to be on Trap Soul as a surprise feature, not listed as a feature. He was just going to show up on the album. And that was like one of my biggest goals in 2015. It didn't get to happen. Man was busy as hell. I was even busy, so it was just like a lot going on at the time. But timing is everything. So 5 years later, I was like, you know what? If I'm doing this anniversary album, I need to bring back some 2015 goodies. You know what I mean? Shit that they remember. You know.
Hey man, when we did hear as the public that that y'all were working on something, right? And when we hear Out of Time Now, was that Out of Time that y'all were working on then, or is it something for anniversary? Is this something new?
It's something new. It's about a year old, I'd say, probably 8 months or something like that. He sent it to me a while ago, and I just messed with it about a week ago. I'm sorry, about a month ago, whatever it was when we finished the album. But we got other stuff too. That's that's just the first one. You know what I'm saying? We got other stuff that I think is really dope.
Why the title Anniversary?
Anniversary ties in with the whole the theme of everything. You know, to the top. So I was. Let me tell you a story. My bad if I'm talking too much.
No, please, brother.
All right, cool. So I was I had a deposition actually earlier this year for some legal shit that I've been fighting for the past 5 years. And when I was there, you know how they do, man. They try to make you feel stupid. I was the only black person in the room. You know what I mean? So I think they had me in there for 12 hours. I was only in town for about 5 days, and I was really looking forward to spend time with my daughter. Then they called me and was like, you gotta do this. And I was like, all right, bet. So I'm there. My daughter's texting me like, Daddy, I thought you were coming back tonight. And I'm like, nah, they they're trying to hold me in here for longer. They ask you the hard questions at the end too. But anyway, they were showing me all these documents and stuff. They had these numbers, like dates, and it was like, do you remember sending this email in 2014? And it was me, young Bryson Tiller, like, hey, can I download this beat for Don't? And blah, blah, blah. Can I pay this much for, and just different stuff like that. And they were showing me my Instagram and all this stuff from way back. And I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Like, look how the time just flew right past, you know what I mean? And I was just like, on my way back, I was in Lexington driving back to my hometown, Louisville. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make an album called Anniversary. And I was listening to Tony Tone. And man, it's just October 2nd is a special day for me. You know what I mean? This is when my life changed. So I just wanted to, honor that and make an album called Anniversary and pay homage, to my first album and, to all the success and everything that came with that, and yeah.
Hey man, with so many years, we get an introduction to Bryson Tiller where it's like, oh, if it's trap soul or we see you kind of bubbling, but there's so many years of the nose, the struggling, the homelessness, you know what I'm saying? The car to the couch, whatever it may be. We don't see those things, you know what I'm saying? But you bring us into it, and then you get a chance to so-called celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. From that time when when you probably didn't have your place to live, when you probably thought you was in your darkest moments, to where you are right now, bro. What was that? What was that journey like? Not just spiritually and mentally, but what is that like when you look up and you say, and not braggadocious, that man, that's me. That hard work is continuing to pay off.
That's literally another reason why I made this album. You know what I mean? Because like, dang, I'm here 5 years later, still kicking, and I'm good. My family's good, like all because of an album that I made in 2015.
That's crazy.
And that alone was like I said, the driving force for this album. It's just like, all right, man, and that was just for me doing me. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna keep doing me, and I'm trying to be here 5 more years or 10 more years or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, with you, there's no, like, I can't, which is good, but there's no category that I feel like, there's some people you can box in, or people put labels on you, like there is no, like, I just say Bryson Tiller. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's, if it's lyrical, if it's singing, if it, whatever it may feel like, is that not intentional, but do you not put yourself in a box? Is it hard to explain what you do?
The best way I explain it is I tell people I'm an artist. You know what I mean? I go in there with my paintbrush. I see the canvas, it's white. And depending on the beat, I mean, I feel like they're the producers, they start the canvas, you know what I mean, of course. And then I just go in and do my thing. Whatever they started, I just try to finish it. If it's a rap beat and it's got some melodies on it, like, I'll go in there and I'll do my thing, whatever I'm feeling the most, you know what I mean? I don't like to just stick to one. A lot of people like to just be like, yo, don't do this, don't rap, don't sing, you singing too much. Or everybody's always saying, even with Drake, they tell him singing too much, or I wish you would go back to your singing. It's just like, who do I listen to? You know what I mean? At this point, so it's just like nobody but yourself is who you should listen to.
Early on, did you hear a lot of that? Like, oh, this is the single, or do this, and being that you want to get in so bad, did you take some of that advice?
In 2015, I feel like everything was kind of just coming to us. The stars were aligning. Everything was just working by itself. Don't was working. Exchange came out. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. We had other songs that were bubbling from the album, the intro, the outro, and nobody was really ever trying to like tell me how to do something. They might be like, hey, put your name on your album cover. You have to have your name. And I'd be like, nah, I don't need my name on there. You know what I mean? So I have to sometimes change people's perspective because, everybody, they like to just stick to what they know. You know what I mean? Like, for example, with Don't, I remember they was telling us it was too slow for radio and they didn't have a hook. It has no hook. It's too slow. And I was just like, but there's 50 million people on SoundCloud listening to it.
Right.
So why not, play it? You know what I mean? Who cares if it doesn't have a hook? They think it has a hook. So let's listen to it. You know what I mean? So that kind of changed the formats and people.
Mm-hmm. I know you forced us to play it, and I don't mean like force. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, no, the easiest thing for me is to play a hit. I don't have to be creative for 3.5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So my job also depends on what you do in that studio and when you deliver it to me. Yeah. Because that's what we do. We play hit records. And I'm glad that you're not gun shy about standing up for it, because it's crazy when you have your artwork and you say, man, I put my blood, sweat, and tears in this, and then you hand it off to somebody else and they don't have that same passion as you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, what do you dislike about the music business?
What do I dislike about the music business? Yeah. I hate how celebrities are so nonchalant in text messages. I'll say that. It's like a game of who can be the most nonchalant. Like, okay, like real dry text message. I'm like, dude, are you human at all? I don't know,
bro. I say the same thing, especially when I flush out a text and somebody put like a thumbs up or they like got it. I'm like, oh man, really though?
No, that's one of the things I was thinking about recently. But some of the other things that I hate about the music industry is, I guess for me, it kind of a lot of time it feels like high school, just like high school. Because I remember when I was in high school, I was the lame kid or the nerd in high school, whatever you want to call it. And there's cliques. You got your jocks. I hate to use these like movie terms for like
the mean girls,
the mean girls, the nerds, the chess club. But it's kind of like that in the music industry too, man. You got the rappers that love to be turned all the time. You got the people, the legends who never come out of the shadows. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I guess sometimes you just trying to figure out where you belong or if anybody would ever want you a part of their clique. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just always, in high school, for me, I didn't care who it was, whether it was a jock, whether it was a nerd. I wanted to be cool with whoever was cool. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people, but if you try to walk up, if you was a nerd and you try to walk up to some jocks, they be like, you can't hang with us. You know what I mean? It really be feeling like that sometimes in the music industry, and I really, really don't like that. So
man, you made that reference to high school. Why was it important for you to go back and get your high school diploma after like damn near a decade?
Well, I started, just like all of us during this COVID-19 pandemic, I've thinking about my goals and what I want to do musically. At that time, that happened after my grandma passed. I can't remember. But I've gaming is my first love. A lot of people don't know that about me. I'm trying to let people know more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just real quick, what is your game?
My go-to game? Yeah. Right now it's Apex Legends. That's my go-to game. It's a battle royale game. It's a great game. I love Call of Duty. I haven't got a chance to play it. Modern Warzone. Warzone. I haven't got a chance to play it on PC. But anyways, that's my first love. I went back to, I was just like, man, I've always wanted to make video games. I have my laptop and I've typed up ideas. I've written stories, plots, drew characters, all of that. You know what I mean? And I've always wanted to intern for any one of these gaming companies, Rockstar Games, Insomniac Games, anybody. I don't care what they want me to do in the building. I just want to be in the building.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean, the same way somebody on the street might be like, man, I just want to work for Big Boy. Can I just get coffee, whatever, just to be there, just to see what's going on. That's kind of what I wanted, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to do that unless I had a diploma. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna go to school and try to You know, just so they know that I'm serious and I'm not trying to just walk in the doors as Bryson Tiller, like, give me a job. You know what I mean? When there's people out here that are really trying to get into that place. So I was like, I'm going to go to school just to show, you know, whoever that I really want this and I want to be a part of something. So.
Yo, Bryson, has there been any e-game teams that have reached out to you or know like you're passionate gaming?
CLG, that's one. My homie Nicewig. There's a couple guys that I play with that play for that team. Nobody's ever reached out to me. I mean, would I ever be on a pro team? Probably not, because I'm not necessarily a professional, but I love the game. You know what I mean? I love to play.
That's crazy.
Any other artists that you compete with online or at beat?
No, but I would love to compete if one of these. I was about to say the N-word, but one of these guys want to try it.
Hey man, they say Schoolboy Q get it in. You know what I'm saying? Snoop is heavy on the sports game, but you don't want to play with him. I've seen Snoop be I saw him kick a Xbox down and shit. You don't want to get caught up. Yeah, you don't want to get caught up with Dog. Dog is extremely passionate. You know what I'm saying?
In the gaming world, that's what we like to call raging. You know?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Well, Dog is a rager for real. Yeah, you don't want to get caught up with that, man. How's fatherhood going for you, bro?
Father's great. I like the shirt too, by the way.
Hey, brother.
It's great, man. I'm loving it, man. My kids inspire me so much, man. Like, one thing that's always inspired me is seeing my daughters, my kids sleep. I don't know, something about them sleeping just makes me be like, dang, I'm the only thing, you know, that could stop, stop them, protect them from, you know what I mean, I don't want to disturb their sleep. Anything out there in the world, I don't know.
Bryson, let me tell you, man, that's the same thing with me, and I've said it. I said, man, I love to see my kids sleep, and you know what I love about it too, Bryson? My kids sleep comfortable. No matter how bad I sleep, no matter how I don't sleep well. Exactly. But when I leave, or when my kids, they sleep comfortable. And the crazy thing about it, man, is my mom tried to make us sleep as comfortable as we could, but we went through homelessness and, life kind of things, and you learn from that. But when I look at my kids, there's sometimes, bro, I'll just stand there and watch my kids, and it's like, Daddy got you. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, man.
Heart to heart, man. I like that, man.
Yeah. How old are you? How old are your daughters?
My oldest daughter is 7 years old. She's super intelligent, super creative, and then my youngest is 9 months. She just turned 9.
Damn. Why you didn't put the 7-year-old super creative on the album? You bad. You know what I'm saying? Why Drake got the collaboration and she didn't?
She's going to be on the next album.
Okay. On Serenity or the one after that?
the one this winter.
Okay. Easy call. So you just being that you do have the new album, are you always creating?
Yes, I am now. Like I said, the thing about this album, like I said, that lady Tosh, the intuitive lady I was telling you about, man, she really telling me to work on another album and just start on something brand new was like one of the best things I could have did, because I had so much fun making this album, and I was just like, man, like I want to make another one. I want to keep going. You know what I mean? It really I don't know, I got that passion back, that passion of like, music is fun, man. The possibilities in the studio are endless. I can make anything in here. Like I want to make I want to make pop music. I want to make a lot of different types of music, man. And yeah.
Do you have any like scares, anxieties that come with being Bryson Tiller?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. Yeah. All the time. Yeah, I feel that. Anxiety is something that I feel often, especially when it comes to having to do, today, even doing this interview, I feel lighter. You know what I mean? Yesterday doing the interviews, it was like, I don't know, it was tough. Like even going into my Zoom call, I had I think it was like 15,000 people in there. I was so nervous because I was like, oh my God, I'm used to being on Twitch streaming to 500 viewers.
Right.
And, even when I get on Instagram Live and I see that many people, I get just nervous, and then I forget my words, and I'm like, you could just see it in me. You know what I mean?
And it's so crazy when people try to explain it away, like, no, they're there for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't explain what you feel. You try to talk to yourself, like, nah, man, the pep talks.
Yeah. It feels like it. People always ask me, what is it like to be a celebrity? And literally, the best way I can describe it is if you walked outside and there was a giant magnifying glass just hovering over your head the whole time, like always over you. If you looked at that magnifying glass and saw a big ass eyeball, that's how it feels. You know what I mean? It's just like everybody's watching you, everybody's judge you, everybody has something to say about everything you do. And it's just like,
Hey man, what about when people say that's what you signed up for? How?
That's funny.
Yeah, man.
Man,
I that bothers me.
Here's how I feel. Not with me. You can't say that to me. I didn't sign up for a damn thing. All I did was post a song on SoundCloud. You know what I mean? And the shit blew up and had 50 million plays. I was forced into becoming an artist. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I wanted to be a songwriter. I was loving to live in the shadows. Hence why I never did no video interviews. I'm just like, man, I would rather people just forget about me. But, 5 years later, nobody forgot. So.
Yeah. You're like, damn it, might as well. You looking at your interview schedule like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
Don't remember me. Shit.
Let's and it's crazy, man, because sometimes you want to turn it on, you want to turn it off, but you can't. So and yours is, you got to use it as a dimmer. When you want to be seen, dim it up.
Yeah.
We want to be now, dim it down. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be crazy for everybody to want a piece, or everybody got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's good to just, know how to back away from this, because with this social media thing, man, this thing is the gift and the curse. It's the gift and the curse, Bryson. And I cannot wait till whatever it is I'm doing. I cannot wait to grab my phone and that device and whatever apps are in there. And I'm going to chuck that thing so damn far one day, bro. And I'm going to make sure that when I throw it, it break into a million pieces, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, I had to get off Instagram and Twitter for a minute. Sometimes you just got to, like, right now, to monitor how much I'm using, social media. I keep it on one phone, you know what I mean? To just, boom, this is my work phone, this is my social media. I get on there sometimes. I don't need to be on it all day, because once you get on it, your muscle memory, your thumb just goes to Instagram just to click, just because
man.
Your thumb goes to Twitter, and then you scroll, and it's just like, sometimes you just got to really put it on your laptop or something. You know what I mean? Just
we check Instagram before we say in the morning, before we thank God for waking up.
Oh,
like, man, what did I miss? The fear of missing out, bro. And I know that with the new album, it comes those things that's very necessary, where it's like, damn, we got to do some interviews. You know what I'm saying? We gotta have, a virtual listening party pretty much. There's some things that just come with it, and also when it comes to putting out a new album, there's also marketing, and with the marketing, I know that you had grabbed some billboards in Louisville.
Oh yeah.
And the billboard should have been anniversary, the album, Bryson Tiller, whatever it may have been, but you didn't do that. You dedicated the billboards to Breonna Taylor. Yeah. I can ask you why. You know what I'm saying? And I will ask you why, because I want to hear you explain, why did you take the focus off of you and put it onto Breonna Taylor?
I just felt like it would have been selfish, you know what I mean, considering what was going on. We got a phone call, them telling us what was about to happen in Louisville. They were about to make some announcement about, about Breonna Taylor and what happened. And I got on Twitter the next morning and saw Burn Louisville trending. I was just like, damn, like it's crazy. So I was just like, that just didn't feel like a time for me to be promoting the album. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what, I just want to show the city that I support, and I'm here. I'm no politician. I don't know much about, any of that, to be honest with you. I'm a nerd. I'm a gamer, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get informed because I have 2 daughters who need to know about all of this.
Right.
I've dealt with racism growing up, you know what I mean? So it's important. But I just felt like it was more important for me to post, put those up there than to put my album. Yeah.
Right. Do you ever make it back?
What'd you say? To Louisville? Yeah. I try to go. My daughter lives there, so I go back and visit her. So
damn.
Yeah, and my family's there as well. So yeah.
Hey man, with that being home plate, do you know the surroundings, like the area of where the Breonna Taylor murder happened?
I don't know where exactly. No, I don't know.
Okay. You know how somebody say something in LA, you're like, oh yeah, I know that area. I know such and such, but
if somebody showed me where it was, then I'll probably know. But man, I don't know.
So it's obvious we're gonna have to probably see a virtual tour if it's gonna be anything soon. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, man, I thank you for coming into the neighborhood. Time is precious, and I thank you for your time, brother. And I appreciate you, brother, and continue to do what you do. And thank you for dropping a project that's healthy enough for us as well.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. It's good talking to you.
Man, you be good, bro. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, if I was a gamer, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. I'm gonna say that at the end. Boy, Bryson, woo, you lucky I don't game, man.
I love that energy, man.
Oh yeah. You know, everybody's the king of what they don't do.
Yeah.
You know, but they know how to tell you how to do it. You know, like man, I would have did my album like this. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would have did mine, man. Yeah, I wear my hat to the front, Bryson. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Or if I was you. But no, thank you, man. Congratulations on another project, my brother. And as we're sitting here, I haven't had a chance to listen because you didn't invite me down or nobody really.
That's all good. Wait, whenever you get to it, man, just take it in.
But it'll be a great weekend. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a great weekend. But you have yourself a great one, man. And I appreciate you, Bryson Tiller.
Thank you, man.
There it is, Bryson Tiller in the neighborhood. I'll let you go ahead and do the next interview you don't want to do. You know.
No, hold on, wait. I absolutely love this, man. Listen, I want you to know, man, I'm really enjoying the moment. Like I'm really loving this. You know, I got a different perspective when it comes to doing interviews and stuff now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm not 22 no more. I'm 27, and I realize what's going on. I realize what I created, and I'm just embracing it now, man. So I really do appreciate this interview. It's not something
and you should.
Big boy.
It is big boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
come on, man. If I don't tell myself I'm great, who gonna tell me? You know what I'm saying? Bryson Tiller in the neighborhood, big boy's neighborhood.